Hey guys, what's up? This is your boy Kavaski with Humming Podcast, Pulsating Books. I know it's been a little while since we chatted on the podcast. Hey, you know how it is. Everything is always creating everything, and we always got to be creating in the midst of it. We don't create the big world around us, but we can be inside of it, making sure we stay busy. So that's one thing I've been doing: staying busy, staying working, staying consistent, making new friends, making new ideas, sharing new ideas, building on top of the ideas that I have already created, whether that be the books that we are writing, creating, or studying, magazines, newspapers, business going on every single day, things like this, food that we love to eat, clothes that we like to wear, and jewelry that we like to rock. Whether it be glasses, earrings, necklaces, their Instagram channel, Pulsating Books, which is the closest and most direct source we have through Humming Podcast to share all the valuable information according to books, hot topics, and the love for what Christ has done in my life and how he is exploding this testimony and ministry to all of y'all's lives. So this is something that we all have together. So go follow right now. Of course, it'll be in the description of this video, as it is always in the descriptions of all of the videos that I do. Pulsating Books. Go follow Pulsating Books. Click the direct link. And if you want to go deeper into my story, go to my website, which will also be in the description. And if you want to continue to do deeper studies, deeper growth, and continue to be a part of the journey as we continue to grow together, read some of my books. Humans of the Ocean, The Newer Places, Humans of the Ocean. Oh, Humans of the Ocean, Humans of the Ocean. What's the difference? One of them is Humans of the, THE, and one of them is Humans of the, DUH. Humans of the Ocean, Humans of the Ocean. You see how I play on the words there? Yeah, you got to catch on to that. That was a foreshadowing through my second book, The Newer Places, Coda Coco. That's deeper. That's scientific. I'm a scientific type of guy, so I got to keep it elaboration. Got to keep it flowing. Keep the wheels turning. Everything is working. Everything, like I said in the beginning, everything has to be continual. Has to be lubricated. Has to be lubricated well. Oil, types of butter, things like this make the wheels go round. When I go up to a random person and I introduce myself and I say, "Hey, how you doing? What you up to?" I'm Kavaski. That's me oiling the friendship. That's me lubricating the friendship. And I can only hope that I could do a good job and not stutter my words so this person won't say, "Who's this random dude want to talk to me?" I don't want to mess up and drop my oil into the dirt. I don't want to drop my butter into the sand. And then now when I try to lubricate the friendship, it's all crusty now. Nobody want to be friends when it's not good, right? They only want to be friends if they see this person actually cares and loves me. This person is actually a friend. This person that might have the same type of level of intelligence that I got. So yeah, this would be a good person I can hang out with. What's one thing that I haven't told you about? If you're listening, I'll give you a countdown and give you an opportunity to look at some stuff that I haven't necessarily told you guys yet. So with all the things that I'm doing here, and I'm trying to figure out how I could do this. I don't really know if I can. I haven't told you guys about the film we're doing. We're doing film in the portrait style. That's Pulsating Books. That is the general mission. Come on. That is the general mission. That is the general mission. Yes. What that looks like is I've recruited over 200 people now to Pulsating Books Instagram account. We've also merged onto TikTok now. So if you don't follow us on TikTok, Pulsating Books _real. I've recruited over 200 people for the film industry coming to Texas. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Look at this avenue. God has created so many powerful avenues for film in the Christian space. And right now, we are 200 people in directly through Instagram. All of those people can interact with each other, can be interactive with each other, commenting, "Hey, what's the type of film or movie or any vision that you might have for some Christian film? What's an opportunity you think would be a good collaboration between you and me?" Keeping it lovely, keeping it wonderful. And you can always come to me and say, Kavosky, I was reaching out to such and such, and we think that this idea will be great. It's my job. It's my hope and dream that you would come to me for new ideas to be elaborated, because that's what I do. I elaborate those ideas for you. I'm the writer. I'm the one who came together, and God used my mission, my purpose, my ministry to make sure that we have pulsating books here in local Lufkin, Texas. 200 recruited people on pulsating books right now. Come on. 200 recruited people on pulsating books right now. Come on. You know how we doing it. We turned all the way up. We turned up. Let's go. Come on. Now, right behind me, what you can see is my collection right there. That is my collection of books. And that's not even all of them. Trust me. We got way more than that. That ain't even a start. That's just the surface. We got way more options. And all of those books are working every day to influence how I am doing the podcast. So I have something very special for you guys today. What would that be? So we're going to look at the first half. So we got this year has been divided into two halves for me. The first half of the year, we started on many different books. The Love Hypothesis, Mate, Sherlock Society, Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and we've been in that space, right? So now I'm about to read some of what these books are about. So as we transition into this space, let's look at Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. So Fourth Wing is about a woman or a girl or woman named Violet Sorengel. 22-year-old Violet Sorengel was supposed to enter the scribe quadrant, living a quiet life among books and history. Now, the commanding general, also known as her tough as Talon's mother, has ordered Violet to join the hundreds of candidates striving to become the elites of Navarre, dragon riders. But when you're smaller than everyone else and your body is brittle, death is only a heartbeat away. Because dragons don't bond to fragile humans. They incinerate them. With fewer dragons willing to bond with cadets, most would kill Violet to better their own chances of success. The rest would kill her just for being her mother's daughter, like Zayden Rearson, the most powerful and ruthless wing leader of the Riders Quadrant. She'll need every edge of her wits she can get to give her just to see the next sunrise. Yet, with every day that passes, the war outside grows more deadly. The kingdom's protective wards are failing, and the death toll continues to rise. Even worse, Violet begins to suspect leadership is hiding a terrible secret. Friends, enemies, lovers, everyone at Baysgath War College has an agenda. Because once you enter, there are only two ways out: graduate or die. Wow. Now, this right here is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. This is like a 3 or 4 book series. I think it's a 3. And we also looked into Iron Flame, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that one next. Now, we'll go to Sherlock Society by James Ponti. And you can find all these books being studied on Pulsating Books account. So this is the first book of a 3-book series as well. And the first one, we get a description here. Maybe if our last name was Baker, we would have sold cupcakes. Or if it was Walker, we might have taken care of people's dogs while they were on a vacation. But it's Sherlock. So starting a detective agency just seemed like the thing to do. Alex Sherlock and Zoe Sherlock, their best friends, Yadi and Lena, and their grandfather, a retired investigative reporter from the Miami Herald, form an unlikely team of detectives traveling around South Florida in a sweet Cadillac convertible named Roberta. Key series that's all the description we get on that. It don't take much. We got a good description in that. So check that out. That's another book we're studying. This one is going to talk about, I'll give you a little backstory on this. It talks about a friend group who starts up with a deep desire to do it. But as they continue to realize, wow, something is coming more and more crazy. Something else is happening. What is going on? as we get closer to figuring out what is going on, like with our situation, we start to realize that there are greater forces at play that want us to level up, to live up to the Sherlock name. And what are those greater forces that are working to create us into greater detectives? What is it? Who is it? Next, Allie Hazelwood. Now, this lady here has risen to a height. Her book, The Love Hypothesis, is now going to be a movie, or either it has to be a movie on Amazon Prime. This book, it says, when a fake relationship between scientists meet the irresistible force of attraction, it throws one woman's carefully calculated theories on love into chaos. As a third-year PhD candidate, Olive Smith doesn't believe in lasting romantic relationships, but her best friend does. And that's what got her into this situation. Convincing on that Olive is dating and well on her way to a happily ever after was always going to take more than hand wavy Jedi mind tricks. Scientists require proof. So, like any self respecting biologist, Olive panics and kisses the first man she sees. That man is none other than Adam Carlson, a young hotshot professor and well known terrible person. People don't like him, which is why Olive is positively floored when Stanford's reigning lab tyrant agrees to keep the charade a secret and to be her fake boyfriend. But when a big science conference goes haywire, putting Olive's career on the Bunsen burner, Adam surprises her again with his unyielding support and even more unyielding six-pack abs. Woo! Suddenly, their little experiment feels dangerously close to combustion, and Olive discovers that the only thing more complicated than a hypothesis on love is putting her own heart under the microscope. Do you guys feel the love hypothesis? Next, Allie Hazelwood also has a book called Mate. So she's an expert in writing about love and attraction and what kind of tornadoes can work, what type of hurricanes can work, or storms can work to rip those things apart, but how life has a different way of pulling them together. Okay, in the book Mate, a human hybrid and an alpha wereclaw against the bonds of fate and the highly anticipated companion love to the New York Times bestselling bride, whatever, that's all mess. Serena Paris is an orphaned packless and one of a kind. It's orphaned packless and one of a kind. Coming forward as the first human were hybrid was supposed to heal a centuries-long rift between species. Instead, it made her a target, prey to the ruthless political mechanish. I don't even know how to say this word. Machinations. Y'all got to look that up. Between were vampires and humans. With her enemies closing in on her, she has only one option left. If he'll have her. As Alpha of the Northwest Pack, Cohen Alexander commands obedience. His authority is so absolute, only a fool would threaten his mate. It doesn't matter if Serena doesn't reciprocate his feelings. Nothing will stop him from keeping her safe. But power-hungry vampires and wares are not the only threats chasing Serena. Sooner or later, her past is bound to catch up with her, and Cohen might be the only thing standing between her and total annihilation. Get you a copy of this book here. Another book that we are studying that I'm very happy about is 2 Chainz, The Voice in My Head is God. Before he was 2 Chainz, he was Tauheed Epps, an only child growing up in College Park, Georgia, raised by a single mother while his father served time in prison. Though he excelled in school and earned a basketball scholarship, the streets were never far behind, and by 15, he had been arrested and was hustling to survive. He faced doubt and self-destruction, but even then, something told him there had to be more. In The Voice in My Head is God, 2 Chainz tells the story of how he walked away from the trap and found his purpose, not by fame or fear, but by faith. With his unmistakable voice in his head and unflinching honesty, he reflects on the hardest moments of his life, the quiet revelation they shake, from the spiritual alarm, cutting the code into show up right down. It's for how music and verses poured out with he finally listened to the voice that had been there all along. From hanging with Lil Wayne to getting early help from Ludacris, 2 Chainz brings up us into the defining moments of his life and career while delivering a powerful message about discipline, divine timing, and self-belief. Along the way, he offers more than a memoir. He shares a way of thinking, of trusting yourself, and of listening to the voice that never steers you wrong. Lyrical, grounded, and fiercely motivated. The voice in my head is God. It's part blueprint and all heart. Now that one right there, I'm excited to finish. Very excited. Of course, I'm excited to finish off. But here I have a video. So I want you guys to watch this video with me on the Book of General Ignorance. Please join me. Share in this moment with me. Book of General Ignorance. And we'll watch this video together.
The Sound of General Ignorance. Written and read by John Lloyd
and John Mitchinson. Ignorance is like a delicate, exotic fruit. Touch it and the bloom has gone. Oscar Wilde.
There's an idea going about that the human race basically understands how the universe works. Not you and me, obviously, but scientists, perhaps, or experts. Regrettably, this is not the case. In the words of Thomas Edison, the man who didn't invent the light bulb, we don't know 1/1,000,000% about anything. This book is for the people who know that they don't know very much. It contains hundreds of things that the average person doesn't know. But it doesn't begin to scratch the surface of human ignorance because it's the kind of stuff that has answers. The really interesting questions aren't like that. What is life? Nobody knows. What is light, or love, or laughter? It's a very well-kept secret, which they don't teach you at school, that nobody has the faintest notion what gravity is, or consciousness, or electricity, or viruses. We don't know why there's something and not nothing, and we do not know either how or why the universe began. Worse, 96% of the universe appears to be missing. The world is not solid, it is made of empty space and energy. But nobody knows what energy is, and they're beginning to suspect that there is no such thing as emptiness. One of the many things we don't understand is, what is interestingness? The Romans, interestingly, had no word for interesting. Nobody has ever successfully defined what interestingness actually is, or worked out why what you don't know is much more interesting than what you do know. Biologists say our primal drives are food, sex, and shelter, no different from the animals. We say there is a fourth drive, which makes us uniquely human: curiosity. Porcupines do not worry about the meaning of existence. Moths and aardvarks don't look up at the night sky and wonder what the twinkly bits are. People do. In the words of W.H. Auden, those who run to the apes to explain our behavior are chuckleheads, too dumb to know their ass from a hole in the ground. The human brain is the most complex single object in the cosmos. It can make more connections than there are positively charged particles in the visible universe. Nobody knows why it's so massively complicated, or what we are supposed to do with all that astonishing computing power. We think we know the answer. Ask more questions.
You might be surprised to discover that the largest living thing isn't a blue whale or a giant redwood tree. It's a mushroom. And it's not even a particularly rare one. You've probably got the honey fungus, Amylari ostoi, in your garden, growing on a dead tree stump. For your sake, let's hope it doesn't reach the size of the largest recorded specimen in Malheur National Forest in Oregon. It covers 2,200 acres and is between 2,000 and 8,000 years old. Most of it is underground, in the form of a massive mat of tentacle-like white mycelia, the mushroom's equivalent of roots.
Hey. Check this out. I actually read that exact one, and I made a video about that that mushroom that they were just talking about. And I'm so stoked. Come on, Pulsating Books. Let's go. Man, let's go. Let's go. Oh. I got fish slippers, dog. Come on, man. This is how I'm getting down. I don't care about none of it. Just for my excitement. I'm so excited of the opportunity that God has presented for all of us that I just cannot fathom what will happen when you lay hold of the things that you have a possibility to lay hold of right now. Literally. Long time ago, that was one of the few. I'm flipping through the book and I picked that one out. That book, that one, the study, the one that they started reading just now. Because I'm here. This is what I do. All right, y'all. I'm back. Do you see what I'm going through? We're gonna post on the ground right now. Let's get us a post. Post on the story for whoever can't see. And then we're gonna get 35 push-ups just because of how lit I feel right now. Because I can't do any of this without you guys. Get 35 push-ups just for y'all. Move out the way, chair. I got my slippers on and everything. I don't mess around. Y'all know that. I done put a jacket on me. Look at the jacket. I use AI to do that. Put a jacket on me. Can you believe that? That's crazy, right? I use AI to put on a jacket. This right here, man, when I had my puppy, this was to make my room smell good. She used to get it smelling like dog. We finna get 35 push-ups. 35 push-ups, y'all. 35 push-ups. My caption for the Instagram is gonna be, I love serving you guys. Sometimes I be having to silence the voice in my head, and that be keeping me from telling you guys how happy I am just to be able to do this work with y'all. I have to silence that voice in my head. All right, post is posted. 35 push-ups. Let's go. You gonna do 35 with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go! Telling you, I don't play with the stuff. Let's go! Yeah, fish slipper, yeah! I don't be playing, dog. This is really what I do. This is really what I do. Make sure you commenting in. Make sure you lit. If you here, you got an opportunity to type in the chat. I want to see you type in the chat. Right now, what I can't see is what platform I'm live on right now. I do know for sure I have that stuff enabled, but I'm not for sure what platform I'm live on. I used to be able to detect that stuff, but now I don't. They did so many updates that I can't really understand. I might be live on IG or I might be live on Twitter and Twitch right now, but it's hard to tell. You see, I got all those books stacked on my trash can right there. Then I got books all over here. Then I got books all over here. So the reason I got so amped up is because I literally have a video for you guys to watch that's on Instagram right now. It's on IG right now. And it's about the fungus. It's about the fungus. That's pretty crazy, right? Fungus. Crazy. It's about the mushroom. You know what I mean? I got stuff everywhere, dog. And that's because this is the studio. The only thing is, I don't really move like I ain't got a lot. I move like God called me to move. So it get kind of difficult for people to see how he really working. Let me see. All right. I think y'all can hear me pretty loud and clear, right? And I don't know what's going on, but I just know for sure that this will be posted very shortly. Let's get this right here. Let's post this up right here. We'll be back. Video's done. I appreciate you guys for tapping in with us. Humming Podcast signing out.